is going on, guys? It is the Poke King, and we're back with another banger. We're going to be taking a look, and yes, you're going to be seeing it, the Marnie Grimmsnarl deck. Now, the Marnie Grimmsnarl deck, of course, came out as one of the cool little Destined Rival pre-decks, you know, with Stevens, Metagross, and this card is absolutely busted. It is seeing a lot of play right now. In Japan, of course, we're going to see this deck at NAIC, so stay tuned next week. You will absolutely see people playing this Grimmsnarl deck. It is busted. So we're going to take a look at some of the more this is the most common build right now of the Marnie Grimmsnarl, and this works perfect because once again, we don't have the Psyduck that stops cards from, you know, like Dusknoir, Magneton. So we're going to take a look at the NAIC version of this Marnie Grimmsnarl deck, and honestly, guys, I think this is a contention for probably going to be one of the decks that could absolutely win the tournament. So let's get into the deck profile. So starting off, we're going to be playing 4 of Marnie's Impident. This is a really good 70 HP Pokemon, has an awesome attack. As we take a look right there, it has Flitch, draw a card, and then it has Corkscrew Punch for 10 damage. So we want to see as many of the Impidents as possible. Some versions play only like a 3 of in the deck, but I think the 4 version build is just a lot better because, you know, they'll cut the 3rd to play 3rd Morgrum, and I think honestly you need 2, especially because we're running 2 rare candies in the deck. I don't think you need to play a card that once again could be a little bit bulky and make the deck a little bit inconsistent. So we're playing 2 of Marnie's Morgrum, and then we're going to take a look at this attacker. This card is absolutely busted. This is what's going to make, of course, the Marnie Grimmsnarl deck is Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. Now let's take a look at the actual ability. So it's called Punk Up. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 5 basic dark energies, and you can attach them to your Marnie's Pokemon in any way you like. So this can power up other Marnie's Grimmsnarls, and then there's other dark Marnie Pokemon that you can play. But right now, like the Morpeko, right now we're just playing the Grimmsnarl line, so you can attach to Morgrum or Impident and then set up your turns. What's awesome with this is you don't have to play any energy acceleration cards, so it works really well with the Monkey Dories in the deck. We're playing 2 Snorunt, and then we're playing 2 Frostlass. So what we want to do is with the Marnie Grimmsnarl EX, let's take a look at that attack. It has something called Shadow Bullet for 2 dark energies, 180 damage, and this attack does 30 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. So playing up against like Gardevoir, this is absolutely busted. You could go Counter Catcher, grab like a Drifloon that might have knocked out a previous Marnie Grimmsnarl, Counter Catcher the Gardevoir EX, knock it out, and then take 3 prizes by knocking out the Drifloon. So this card is busted. So the 30 damage pairs really well with, of course, the Snorunt line. If you guys don't know what Snorunt does, it has Freezing Shroud. During Pokemon Checkup, all Pokemon with abilities take 1 damage counter. So what you want to do is you can use the Grimmsnarl to put 30 damage on cards that have already been affected by Frostlass. So such a really good card in this deck. And then of course we're playing the highlight of, you know, Scarlet and Violet has to be something like Monkey Dory. This card is arguably vying for one of the biggest cards, most important cards, kind of like how Arceus was last format in like Sword and Shield. Monkey Dory is making that case for Scarlet and Violet. You know, people originally were playing 1 or 2 in the deck. Now it's called the Monkey Dory Wars. You got to play 2 to 3 in almost every deck and find a way to get it. So Monkey Dory being able to take 30 damage from your own Pokemon and then put it on one of your opponent's Pokemon just goes really well with the Frostlass, with the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. We're playing 2 Badoo because we just want to sit on Badoos and item lock people until we're ready to then attack with the Grimmsnarl. Badoo having free retreat cost just once again allows us to be able to retreat into our attacker and then put the energy attachment, the dark energy, on Monkey Dory. So just so versatile. And then we're going to play Shaman to protect the bench, which allows this deck to get going, so we can absolutely smoke decks like Terra Box. We don't have to worry about Wellspring. So Shaman is really good in this deck. Now that's all the Pokemon that we play. Alright, so next up we're going to be playing for Arven. Arven's really good. Once again, opening turn, we want to get the Buddy Poffin to then get the TM Evo, or to get anything from like a Defiance Band late game or a Devo late game. So Arven, super important in the deck. We're going to be playing 4 Iono, super important to get the Ionos all set up and situated. Being able, once again, being one of the best supporters in the game, you're playing the Ionos there. And then 3 Research, just to churn through the deck as fast as possible. So we like Research right there. And then we're going to be playing 1 Boss's Order. Now, the ability of the cool part of this deck is because, once again, sometimes you are going to be playing from behind because the way naturally the deck is that we're going to play 3 counter catchers, so that way then we can still get our combo pieces with like an Arven or even something like a Research, and then using counter catcher to boss out a Pokemon that we need to Buddy pop in. Really nice, once again, to get out the Impident, even search out like Badoo. So we like that right there. And then we're going to be playing 2 rare candy, being able to get us closer to, once again, like the Grimmsnarl EX. So we're going to be playing 2 rare candies right over there. And then we're going to play 2 Night Stretchers. 2 Night Stretchers, super important once again in this deck. Being able to grab back things like the Marnie Grimmsnarl EX, grabbing back Monkey Dories, or even like the energies for it. So 2 Night Stretchers, really important. 1-ofs, we're playing a 1-of Ultra Ball, really nice right there. We're going to be playing 1 Earthen Vessel, getting you the energy that you need to attach return for using the Monkey Dory. 1 Super Rod, shuffle back things like Monkey Dories, the energies, and other combo pieces, or the evolution line of the Marnie Grimmsnarl EX. And then Secret Box rounds off all of the traditional items. Really versatile, really nice. I like Secret Box in this deck. And then let's take a look at things like some of the tools. So we're playing 1 Defiance Band because, once again, this deck, you do go down sometimes in the prize race. You can use Defiance Band to make some of the math work, especially since Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX hits for 180. The 30 damage gives you that 210 that you need. So I really like the Grimmsnarl right there. We're going to play 1 Rescue Board. Once again, Rescue Board just allowing you to switch in and out, especially with the Monkey Dories, and not have to waste, the attachment for the turn. 1 Evo, really good right there, to go into like Morgum. And then we're going to be playing 1 Devolution because we're spreading all that damage and everything like that. Late game Devos can really get us a win, which is super important. Stadiums, we're going to play 2 Artisan. This allows, once again, to search out those Monkey Dories and the Impidence when we need them. And then what I love and what makes this deck super important is 2 Spike Muth Gym. This is the new card from Destined Rivals. You guys don't know what it does. Once during either player's turn, that player may search their deck for a Marnie's Pokemon, reveal it, and put it in your hand. So that's why you don't see a lot of like things like Nest Balls or even like more Ultra Balls in the deck, because you have the Stadium. So really, really nice right there. 2, 4, 6, 8, and we have 8 Dark Energies, and that's the Marnie Grimmsnarl EX deck. Alright guys, so that was the Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX deck. Let me know in the comment section down below, what would you change for this deck? I think this deck, once again, will be in contention for NAIC. Super excited to be able to play this deck and then to try it out. Some good comments have come in that I will be getting some gameplay. I'm going to try and get some gameplay for all of the decks that I've been profiling over the last week. And once again, I like gameplay because we're getting up to NAIC. You guys want to see how these games work, so I'm trying to get some live gameplay. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become part of the Poke Kingdom. It's been your king. Peace.